Here's a full-length article, around 1600 words, in a flowing narrative style, without headings, just as you asked. The Bugatti Chiron is a name that has already etched itself into the golden pages of automotive history, but what truly made the world stop and admire was a record that no other production car had ever dared to attempt in such a flawless manner. It was not merely about achieving blistering speed, but about combining unimaginable acceleration with the equally critical ability to decelerate. The Bugatti Chiron, with its monstrous 1,500 PS engine, stunned the entire automotive world when it accelerated from a complete standstill to 400 km per hour, equivalent to 249 miles per hour, and then came back to a dead halt in a jaw-dropping time of just 41.96 seconds. That achievement, often summarized as 400, became more than a number. It became a demonstration of what human engineering, vision, and courage can accomplish when nothing is left to compromise. The heart of this remarkable feat lies in the Chiron's powertrain. At the core is an 8.0-liter, quad-turbocharged W16 engine, an absolute engineering marvel that produces 1,500 horsepower and 1,600 Newton-meters of torque. These are not just abstract figures but raw, almost unimaginable forces that translate into acceleration so rapid that it feels like bending the laws of physics. To push a vehicle weighing nearly 2 tons to 400 km per hour is no ordinary challenge, yet Bugatti has perfected a blend of power delivery, aerodynamics, and control systems that make it possible. But the story does not end there, because once such speeds are achieved, the most dangerous and equally demanding challenge begins, bringing the car back to a standstill in the shortest distance possible, without losing balance, stability, or the driver's control. The Chiron managed the entire maneuver in only 3.112 kilometers, a figure that seems even more extraordinary when you visualize the acceleration phase, the high-speed stability at nearly 250 miles per hour, and the immense braking forces needed to bring everything back to calm. Every second of the record attempt is worth breaking down. From the moment the driver released the brake pedal and pressed the throttle, the Chiron leapt forward with a violent elegance, its massive tires gripping the asphalt while the W16 engine roared like a controlled storm. The digital dashboard numbers surged at a pace that would leave any driver breathless, climbing past 100 km per hour, then 200 km per hour, and beyond, as if velocity itself was shrinking in front of the car's determination. Reaching 400 km per hour is not simply about putting power to the ground. It is about harnessing stability through aerodynamics, downforce, and balance. Bugatti engineers crafted the Chiron's body to cut through the air with minimal resistance while ensuring enough downforce to keep the car planted. The wing at the back, adaptive suspension, and precisely tuned chassis all play their part in allowing the driver to feel a sense of security even as the car slices through speeds that, for most vehicles, would be unimaginable. And then comes the next chapter of the maneuver, the braking. The Chiron's braking system is as revolutionary as its acceleration. Carbon ceramic brakes, paired with enormous calipers and advanced brake cooling systems, were designed not just to slow the car but to do so in a manner that maintains complete control. At 400 km per hour, the amount of kinetic energy that must be dissipated is astronomical. To stop within a few hundred meters requires brakes that can withstand extreme heat, tires that can endure sudden load shifts, and aerodynamics that assist in deceleration. This is where the rear wing plays an extraordinary role, transforming into an air brake, creating drag that helps slow the car as quickly and safely as possible. The choreography between mechanical brakes, aerodynamic assistance, and electronic stability systems allowed the Chiron to come to a graceful but rapid halt, achieving the impossible in under 42 seconds. What makes this record so important is not only the numbers but the symbolism. The 400 challenge demonstrates the dual nature of performance, the need for insane acceleration and equally reliable deceleration. Any hypercar can boast top speeds or incredible acceleration, but to prove mastery over both extremes in one continuous maneuver is to prove absolute dominance. The Chiron did not simply go fast, it went fast in a way that no production car had ever done before and then stopped with the same confidence. It showed the world that Bugatti is not just building cars for top speed runs on paper, but for real-world engineering excellence where control is as important as chaos. Behind this record lies years of innovation, testing, and philosophy. Bugatti has always been about more than raw numbers. Ettore Bugatti, the founder, once said that perfection is achieved when a car is as beautiful as it is powerful. The Chiron embodies that philosophy, combining artistry and design with technological brilliance. Its luxurious cabin, its handcrafted details, and its iconic C-shaped design line all remind us that it is not a stripped-down racing machine but a production car meant to deliver beauty alongside beastly power. Yet, when called upon, it can transform into the fastest and most capable production machine on the planet. This record also reflects the courage of the driver, who must not only trust the machine but also surrender himself to the immense forces acting on his body. Accelerating to 400 km per hour compresses time and space, pressing the driver into the seat with unbelievable G-forces, while braking from such speeds hurls the body against restraints with equal intensity. It requires immense mental focus, confidence in engineering, and the calmness to handle something that happens in less than a minute but feels like an eternity in motion. The global automotive community responded to Bugatti's feat with admiration, astonishment, and in some cases, disbelief. Car enthusiasts, engineers, and even rival manufacturers acknowledged that this was not just a record but a milestone. The Chiron's 400 in 41.96 seconds became a benchmark against which future hypercars would measure themselves. It set the standard not only for acceleration or braking individually but for the harmony of both, a symphony of power and precision. If one examines the broader impact of this achievement, it becomes clear that records like this push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. They inspire future innovations in performance, safety, and design. The technologies developed for such a feat often find their way into other vehicles, whether it be brake advancements, tire technology, or aerodynamic concepts. What Bugatti achieved on that day was not just about proving the supremacy of one car but about advancing the entire industry, showing what can be done when limits are not seen as walls but as doors waiting to be opened. For enthusiasts, the Chiron's record has become a story to tell and retell, a reminder that in an age where many thought the boundaries of performance had already been reached, there are still frontiers left to conquer. It captures the imagination because it embodies the eternal human desire to go faster, to master control, and to witness the extraordinary. In the silence that follows the Chiron's halt after reaching 400 km per hour, there is more than just the sound of cooling brakes, there is the echo of history being made. The Bugatti Chiron's 400 record is not only a technical achievement but also an emotional one. It connects with anyone who has ever dreamed of speed, anyone who has ever looked at a machine and felt awe at what human hands can build. It proves that cars are not merely transportation, they can be art, science, and courage rolled into one. And when all of these come together perfectly, records are shattered, and legends are born. In the end, the Chiron did more than cover 3.112 kilometers in under 42 seconds. It covered the distance between what seemed possible and what became reality. It proved that the pursuit of perfection is not a slogan but a journey, one that Bugatti continues to walk with every creation. The world watched, the stopwatch confirmed, and history accepted. The Bugatti Chiron is not just a car but a statement of human achievement, speed, and mastery. And long after other numbers fade, the memory of that 400 in 41.96 seconds will remain a testament to what it means to dream without limits. Would you like me to make this article more YouTube script friendly with a slightly conversational tone and dramatic pauses for narration, or keep it as a written style article for a blog description?